What's going on, guys? This is Typon Skyper here. Today we're taking a look at with my VHS and DVD review, and it's been a while, like a couple years ago, and I didn't get a chance to review it because I already did like movie reviews and toy reviews and some of the others, and it's been a while, so I ain't gonna get a chance, and I just got these. One of my favorite childhoods of all time in a 1990 movie. Jetsons The Movie. Well, in case you don't know, is from the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and of course there's some Jetsons The Movie in a 1990 movie. And I remember since when I was 8 years old, when my mother took me to, as a South America, for example, I saw it in the theaters, but it comes under the audio like a Latino Spanish, something like that. But it's the same in the accurate movie, and in like many years later, I have tons of research, and I remember picked them up on before I have these my entirely collection, something like that. And it's been a while since, and I didn't get a chance to get the VHS. This is official, the VHS tapes. It's been a while, and now I found out this is. When I found out it was like a ship store, yon sale, or Goodwill, whatever I call it. So I looked tons of research on Google, so whatever. So finally, I picked them up cost like $1 or $2 recently. So not too long ago. So recently, and I picked them up this VHS tapes, and this is I finally give it a chance. What was 2012, and before my mother died in 2013. So I remember my mother picked me up to see that movie. I'm glad to see this once in theaters, I think, and I saw it on the television. I saw this is the same accurate movie from my best movie childhood. And before I picked them up this DVD, but this cover is not the same. Well, you can see there's George Jetson on the cover, but I like that this cover is better, just like the poster. And so anyway, so it's I want to talk about the later on, it's about the behind the scenes, stuff like that, or whatever it takes. So anyway, let's take a look at the VHS itself, and I really like this cover. And I try to look the research on it, and I never have one until now. It's been like 20 years, many years later. So nowadays, they don't use any VHS tapes anymore. So nowadays, they use DVDs. Well, mostly I got DVD. And I wish that they do release on Blu-ray. So why not use this cover? It's much better. It's then and the one in just a George Jetson's head, and it's just like the other ones. Anyway, let's take a look at the cover of the VHS itself. It says the first from the family that's truly ahead of its time. Well, you can tell as mentioned is there's a George Jetson the movie, and there's a characters as we know. There's George, Elroy, I forgot his name was, Judy and Jane, and his dog is Astro, Space Rockets. There's Rosie the robot here, and of course there's some of the characters. As we know, and so far I know, I remember the best childhood, it's the best 90s. And originally I heard it, they said was released in 1989, something like that. And there's a competition, something like that, because with Lisa, after the first Disney's The Little Mermaid. So it's going to be delayed until the 1990, that could be later. So now, and of course, this cover, I like this cover, this poster. The cover reminds me of it. I remember that cover, like a home videos, like a rent store, whatever it's called. So, and of course, there's the critics, and you can tell there's MCA was released in Universal. As we know, I like Universal's movies. So, and of course, there's the credits here. The cover, it says a studio, and of course, there's some I remember the intro, the 75th anniversary Universal. I'll never forget. I remember the intro looks like is enjoyable, and this ratings is letter G, so it's audience-ly. So remember the cover looks like, and the background looks amazing. And of course you got the left is much, and it's not much on the left or right. It's the same thing, and of course on the top it's the same thing. Well, you want to go to the upside down. And upside down, not much. It's just a completely VHS tape. So now you want to see the behind. let me pause the camera here in case this is a definitely 1990 movie. So yeah, I remember do most of VHS. So if you want to read a positive, you want to go the characters of what it's all about, go ahead and read a positive. And I'm not going to read that long in case I'll promise you that. So, and of course there's a characters right there. Why not use this cover? Is better than the other one. So I don't know. We'll talk about that. And of course, there's the screenshot photos you can tell is there, and the ones I know is there. And of course, Astro's Kiss George. I don't know why. It's just like enjoyable. But don't forget, they had a barbaric cartoons. They're God's own the rights. The Jetsons, the TV show. So, and of course, you can tell the ratings. The year 1990 Universal, something like that. The studio. So. And of course, I want to give it a cold out and not that anyway. So, but that's his own tapes, for example. So, in case there's a warning, it says don't use it. Well, that was a long time ago before the Blu-ray DVD. So, here's a MCA, Universal, home video, something like that. So, anyway, I highly recommended this VHS tapes. It's enjoyable. I want to find out if I haven't given a chance to. So nowadays, I'm gonna find the VHS recorder or something like that. So, but this is enjoyable nowadays. They should do redesign, but I don't know, who knows. So this is a collectible. So I'm a collectible. This one, I highly recommended this, 10 on a 10 of VHS tape is best by far. So now let's take a look at a DVD. It's not much it has to say with DVD. You got the same, but its cover, the font's the same, but the colors is different. You can tell that's from in color gold, basically. It's just, but at least it's a little bit different. It's like the says the movie right there, as far as I can tell, is difference. But the George Jetson, it's same accurate, but it comes the big heads looks like. Yeah, I seen it some of the other ones like Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, like the ones on a live action, or some of the others. And guess it's not much. It has a special. It's nothing special, but you can tell. And of course, you got the behind them. It says you can tell them, you know, I mentioned before. So, and of course, you got on the top, you can read it, and then you can read this. Then go ahead and read a positive if you can. And of course, it's not much, and that's all I have to say. So you can read a policy, the ones that we know, and it's enjoyable. So, and the actors are very great, as much as I forgot to mention the VHS one. So, and there's a screenshot photo when that scene, and you can tell it's there. And of course, there's other screenshot photos, but in case, the one son it looks like, this one's same one right here. It's a little bit here. This one's the same here, and the difference are not. But this cover changes a little bit. And it's some of the others. I forgot what's his name. Let me know, because it's something. There's a credits there. It's still on the same credits or not? Yeah, it's showing like this. So it's not much information about this. But here's the main problem I have with this DVD. And it's about no behind the scenes, no trailers, and there's no behind the scenes, no trailers, nothing. All it does is once put just plain on the whole movie, and it tells you it's just in the languages when you select and what you want. But here's the main problem: no behind the scenes. No trailers, nothing. Just like I saw that in the movie theaters, they put on the trailer. So I wish Universal put on the Blu-ray with the high definition quality, put one of the behind the scenes, see what's going on. But this DVD is not enough space with the behind the scenes or not. When I saw it in the mini videos, I was like, why not use something special in this movie? So anyway, it's not much it has to say. So in case when you want to open, it looks like, and it's not much the disc, and not much the images. It's just the titles, words, and you can tell us there it says DVD, what format, and the white screenshots. And so it's not much to say. The white covers, and so it's the same movie. So the different format. In the VHS tapes, it's I think it's full screen version, but this one DVD, it's a white screenshot. So let's not forget that, what's his name, the actress, the voice of replace Judy Jetson. What's it called again? Tiffany. It was the original song's performance was Tiffany. So I like the soundtrack. I forgot to mention that before. So I like the soundtrack. It was the best one. I gotta find the soundtrack or not in case. But who knows? Maybe it's not released in a soundtrack as well. But nowadays, I gotta figure it out. Tons of research, like a audio cassettes or CD compact disc, whatever. It's something new. Like I want to see the 30th anniversary, something like that. You can't even know what I showed you that before. So, and there's not much it has to say. The Jetsons the movie, and there's not much has to say about it. So I really like this movie, the Jetsons the movie. I remember watched the Cartoon Network before. After that, I saw it, and then it was the beginning 1992. It was rerun shows, old school right here. So I'm asking that this, you guys, if you want to see the Jetsons the movie with the high destination with the Blu-ray, I want to see behind the scenes what this is all about. Giving us with the behind the scenes, the trailers. How many trailers? I think it's only one. It's just like the ones on the other ones or whatever, so you can tell on YouTube it's there. But what about behind the scenes? Didn't say yeah, but then didn't tell anything. So this one, the VHS tape, I do prefer that this one comes on the Blu-ray, basically. I wish they do. Otherwise, they're gonna do busy with the other stuff like Universal's movies, animations, or whatever. So I wish bring them back, and it's been like 20 years ago before it's in a 30-year-old movie, something like that. Yeah. Okay, my correctly is right because it's something else there. So, both movies are 10 on a 10, and the difference on the VHS 10 on a 10, and recently 10 on a 9 the cover DVD. So, that's not much it has to say. So, but this movie, I give it like a 10 on a 10. It's a enjoyable movie. So, a 10 on a 10 a movie. I'm talking about that in a movie later on, but just in case remains what happened in the future. So don't forget, click like, comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course the icon bell notifications in case you didn't see this my review or not. Go check them out. And so there's not much it has to say. This is the Jetsons the movie from the Universal, and of course Hanna-Barbera the cartoon. I forgot to mention that before. So this is a nostalgia best movie. So anyway, this is Type on Skyberg, and I'll see you around, guys, and take care.